High frequencies, everyone. I haven't tapped in the last couple of days with my dreams because I have been placed in a position in the dream realm to help someone else ascend spiritually. I don't know if you all have been through this before, if anybody understands what I'm talking about, but okay. If you're connected with someone, family member, friend, anybody, and it's usually what it was coming to me is cosmic connection. It's like it's beyond the physical. It's a cosmic connection. Some type of cosmic connection. What, I'm not quite sure how, I'm not quite sure all of that, but it's a cosmic connection, galactic connection lineage, right? Star system connection here. And so there are various ways that people can ascend. I don't think there's just one particular way that individuals can reach a higher state. And being that I can, go into various states and do work as part of, who I am, then I'm able to help people with their ascension process, right? So, trying to explain it. So, say if it's somebody here. Oh, my hair is crazy. Say if it's somebody here, and you've had, say it's a cousin, and they seem like they understand parts of what you talk about, but not everything. But it kind of sort of resonates with them a little bit, but they're not all the way in. And they're working the best of their ability they can because it's new. They're coming into a new awakening of who they are. It's an awakening process, right? And so sometimes in this realm, people move slow, I would say that. They can move slow and they may not receive everything they need to receive. And due to that, what I've been going through these last few days, I would say for at least about 3 or 4 days now, is in the spirit realm, I'm able to work with this person and they're able to see what they need to work on and things they need to do to ascend and be a better person. And it's like we're in a classroom. And like this last room, several parts of this last dream, we were in a classroom. I was behind them, and it was a statement that was made that came from that person, but somebody else in the classroom heard it, and he brought it up, and he projected it back to the person what was actually stated and how that person needed to look at it and see it and go inside and don't work out an ego. And so it shifted from the classroom to we were in this like high speed train. The train was high speed because we were able to go through time. So there was a test we had to take. And I remember it ended on number 8. And number 8 everybody had turned their papers in. I had to turn mine in. I was like, oh, I hadn't finished number 8. And I was like, oh, number 8, I need to go back and turn in my number 8. And I went to the back, and that's where my friend was sitting behind me. And so it was stated that in order to turn my paper in, that time had to be reversed, and we had to go back, speed back into that era to drop the paper off and then come back in. So we were going in between time travel or something, I don't know. But we zipped back to that time period and dropped my paper and zipped back in. And when we zipped back into a different time era, there were some weird looking dinosaur animals that were there. It was pretty weird. But yeah, that has been my dream. I can't even really call them dreams, and I haven't been sharing because they have been astral travel work. And I know the difference between dreams and my astral travel work. Right now, the other day I did receive dreams on numbers, and everything ended up adding up to 333 or 111. It was 165 and 33, which ended up, 3, and those numbers 165 adds up to 3, so 333. It's just been a lot of work, I believe, a lot of downloads, a lot of information. Like I've been telling people since 2019, there's a split that's occurring on a higher dimension. A lot of us, light workers, we are knowing things that are going on. We know we're being split. We know that we won't be a part of this dimension anymore. We don't fit in this dimension. We may seek to want to bring people with us, but if they don't get it and they don't understand it, and you haven't been drawn to do the work in the astral plane to help them ascend, then you can't boggle your mind with it. You have to move forward. Everything is frequency, so don't allow your frequency to become lowered trying to help someone else out that doesn't get it, and you're trying to lower your frequency to help. It's just too much, we can't. Right now, we need to be doing what our body calls us to do, what our spirit calls us to do when it comes down to eating, socializing, what we listen to, what we watch, who we're around, what we wear, our rituals that we do. Everything needs to be done in order to keep and raise our frequency and keep it, at a frequency that is high in this reality, because we, of course, we can't zap into pure white light. Our body won't allow that, but to, keep our thoughts in alignment, keep our spirit at peace and blissful, keep our attitude of joy and love. Just, all those things that make this reality up into a higher frequency. Not being dragged into doing things that we don't want to do. If we don't want to do it, don't do it. Nobody can force you to do anything. If you just want to lay in the bed during this break that we're getting right now, as they call it, a particular holiday or whatever, just like I'm doing, just lay in the bed. Allow yourself to relax, rejuvenate. If you feel like going in on psychedelics and getting information, go in on psychedelics. But please make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you have water on your altar. Make sure you recognize your ancestors at this time with your shrine. Make sure if you go in and you are You do your incense offerings or whatever offerings that you do at your altar. Make sure that you are doing that, keeping the frequency up. Going outside and sitting and getting the fresh air, nice breeze, working in your garden, working in the dirt, all of that is beneficial. Or just being in the park, riding your bike, or just getting a nice walk in. All of those things will help raise your frequency. Okay, so be very careful about people you are around. I can't stress that enough. Be very careful about people you're around. Just try not to be out at night as much as you can. I caught myself out at night the other day, and I was like, whoa, but I forgot we had a baseball game. And then I went and got something to eat, and it was like it just hit me. Like afterwards, I had to stop at Walgreens, and it was just like, you need to be at home. Get what you're going to get and go home. It's like, yes. Because I don't know if you all can feel it, but I can feel it. So what I feel, I just share. So I don't know if everybody can feel it, or you may not, you may not be aware of the energy that's in the air at night, with all the different spirits and beings, because everybody isn't the same. So you just want to be careful, want to be protected, and you want to be home. You want to be in your sacred space. As much time you can be in your sacred space as possible is best. I know there's a lot of things that's going on in the 3D reality. Please don't talk about it as much as you can. Have higher conversations. Let's not, give any energy into the agenda of reptilians or anybody else that they have going on. That's not what we work in, right? It's light workers, and everybody's a star seed. Okay, if you have a soul, if you're a real person, because we all come from this, descended from stars. Just, cloak yourself, cover yourself, and just make sure that you are protected and your family is protected. There will be loved ones, family members, friends who are going to transition at this time. Be prepared for the transition, just like I talked about on a video before. You can read the Advice on Dying by the Dalai Lama. You can get it on the Audible. Go in, be at peace in all things. Just know that they're going on to the next stage of their learning process. So this is school, everything is a level. So they're going on to the level they need to be on in order to progress. And we are here in order to progress, all right, and understand and learn and, complete our mission, all right, that we're still figuring out what. All right, so yeah, that's been the work that I've been doing in the astral plane. So it hasn't been much that I've been able to share. I just shared a little bit of it, but it hasn't been much that I have been led to share when it comes down to my astral work. When I have to do work like this, I can't share it. It's just something that has to be done. It's like going on a military mission. You're on a mission. Just be and some of the times, being that I'm just there, and that my energy is there, it causes the energy of that other person to become aware and do the work. So they may not even know it in this reality of what's been going on in the dream state. But they will be heightened. Their frequency is rising, whether they are aware or not. So that's a good thing. Work is work. All right, so they don't always have to know, oh, hey, I'm over here. And if you're someone who resonates with this and you do work in the astral plane, then yeah, definitely hit me up and let me know. But yeah, when we do work like this, they don't have to know that you did the work. You don't have to go, hey, I just want to let you know last night that this happened. Just do your job and be at peace. They don't have to know. Now, if they, and I don't really like sharing with them because they're newbies, right? And it's fragile. And so, as they're coming into their awareness, allow them to walk in it. Know that your presence is enough in a reality, whether you're around them here in this 3D reality or in the spiritual astral plane, that your presence, your energy is enough because you've done the work. So your presence, your frequency there is enough to help raise their energy up, right? All right, so that's all I wanted to share today. Keep your high frequencies up. Allow this time for you to just go in, relax, and do the work that you need to do to keep your frequency up and to help those around you as light workers. All right? Peace. High frequency.